Okay. Buenos días. Bienvenida a la clase de español. Okay, so let's look at página 270. Página 270. We're just going to finish up chapter 9 vocabulary. And I was just telling them that there's going to be no new grammar or grammatical lessons. It's all just finishing up the vocabulary, doing the readings this week in class, starting review, and then your homework will be review. We'll have a very brief quiz next week. I'm kind of a cumulative. I may do more of a comprehensive online as part of the homework, or we'll see, depending on what I can find, what seems reasonable. Okay, página 270, el vocabulario. El coche, repiten el coche, el carro. Okay, I am not mistaking. Coche is more en España, es más una palabra de España, y carro es una cosa para los otros países, es para los otros. Okay, so el coche, el carro. Okay, el permiso de conducir, la licencia y el carnet. I'm sure el carnet is a definitely a more country-specific word. Let me. I've never heard anybody use carnet, but again, I don't talk about driver's licenses all the time. Car, I'm used more often, but I always use licencia, and anybody I've ever talked to has always used licencia. Because generally, when we're talking about a license, we're talking about a driver's license. So say mi licencia de negocio, or mi licencia de, what else do you have a license for? De pescar, right? Or de cazar, hunting license, fishing license. Licencia de negocio, business license. Si yo tengo una licencia de negocio. No tengo una licencia de pescar ni de cazar, no fishing or hunting. Not my thing. Okay. The driver, el conductor. El conductor. I don't know how you would have known that it was referring to the driver. Maybe it's looking at the name. Mira el nombre. Es un nombre muy largo, ¿sí? Manuel Ernesto Martínez Cortés. Es un nombre muy largo. Okay. So look at ¿de dónde es? ¿De dónde es esta licencia? ¿De dónde es? República de El Salvador. Okay. Why didn't they combine de and el there?
Because this isn't just like a normal noun, it's an actual country.
Yeah, it's part of a proper noun, right? So we're not going to combine those. You won't rarely see that, but yeah. So it doesn't look too bad because like, yeah, de and el are words, but yeah. To me, it automatically, I'm like, okay, de and el should not be separate. Okay, República de El Salvador. Notice it says Centroamérica licencia de conducir. So I wonder if the Central American countries have some kind of coalition or some kind of a licensing agreement or something where you can drive from country to country. Because it's not like our driver's license say North American or anything like that. I don't know. There might be an option where you can get a North American driver's license. I'm not too familiar with that. But it's very interesting. And I know you can in Europe, if you have a driver's license and you're part of the European Union, you can drive all over. Pero es muy interesante. Vencimiento, ending. That's expiration, right? Vencimiento. you would think maybe it could have been an issue date, but this book is pretty old, so that's how we know it's expiration date. Long license number, un número muy largo también. Qué interesante. Okay, then it has la fecha de nacimiento. Is that what it says? Fecha. It's so tiny I can't read it. Yeah, fecha. Fecha de nacimiento. So most of the same, mucha información similar con las licencias de los Estados Unidos. Okay. Some of these words we've heard on some of the exercises and stuff we've done for the chapter, so they'll be familiar, or maybe you've looked them up. Okay. So turn signals, las direccionales, or las intermitentes, the intermittents, right? Which makes me think more of windshield wipers, right? I have an intermittent function on my windshield wipers, okay? Glove box, la guantera. So it should be one of those easy to recognize ones because you know guantes are gloves, or hopefully you know guantes are gloves. So guantera, glove box. And that stems from way back in the day, right? When people wore gloves, or not sure if it stems from like people wearing gloves or driving gloves or cold weather gloves. I'm not sure why we have glove box or where the origin is. Things like that always make me curious. Probably not most other people. The trunk, la maletera, excuse me, or el baúl, okay, el baúl. Maletera, of course, stems from maleta, and then baúl, I don't know, sounds like bowel to me, but I'm not so sure that has anything to do with it. Okay, the door, la puerta. The hood, el capo. Okay. The brakes, los frenos. El volante, they got a long line up to it. The steering wheel, el volante. And then the lights, las luces, just like any other kind of lights. Oh, excuse me. So it's just kind of generic. A convertible, un descapotable. Okay, so capo, like we had for, well, it says capo. Lo siento, I should have said el capo. So el capo was what? Was the hood, right? It's more like a cap. So when you have a convertible, the top becomes more of a cap, like a hat kind of cap. So that's where you get descapotable. So capo is your root word. Okay. Able to be capped. Able to be discapped or uncapped. Or un convertible. Much simpler, right? Un convertible. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. A sports car, un coche deportivo. Or sports clothing, ropa deportiva. Okay, so deportivo comes from deportes, see, sports car. What makes a sports car? Just because it's sporty, you sport around in it. It's fast. Well, I always get fast from it, fast and sleek looking. But why can't my car be a sports car? I take it to go play sports. I don't know. Okay. A four-door sedan. Un sedán a cuatro puertas. Un sedán a cuatro puertas. Sedan. Okay. This one's real original. Oh, I don't know why. I'm so sorry, guys. An SUV. Un SUV. Or SUV. SU. What have I taught you guys? UV. UV, yeah. SUV. Or I would say an SUV. And I'm sure that would be understood because SUV is a borrowed term, right? Because what does SUV stand for? Sport Utility Vehicle. And so obviously it's borrowed because how would I say that? I would say vehículo de utilidad deportivo. So we would call it a what did I say? Vehículo V de utilidad deportiva. We'd call it a VUD. VUD. So yeah, just say SUV. SUV. Okay, and then a truck, un camión. Un camión, and if you know, there are a lot of Hispanics that will say, a lot of Mexicans, I should say, that I know they call it troque. ¿Dónde está mi troque? Where's my truck? Camión. There's also a couple other words for it, but they aren't as common. ¿Cuánto me gustaría tener un coche deportivo? Me compraría un, pero no puedo. Okay, now okay. So what tense we got going on here? The imperfect, right? I mean, not the imperfect. The conditional. How I would like to have a sports car. I would buy me one, but I can't. ¿Por qué no? Porque no tengo bastante dinero. Yo no puedo comprarme un coche, un carro deportivo porque no se puede usar en la nieve. No es bueno para esquiar, ¿sí? ¿Comprenden? Un coche deportivo no es bueno para ir a las montañas cuando hay nieve, ¿sí? When there's snow. No es bueno un carro deportivo. Es mejor un SUV, ¿sí? Un SUV es mejor para la nieve. Okay, let's read the next three. And no new, let's do the next. Okay, en la estación de servicio o la gasolinera. La gasolinera. En la estación de servicios or a service station or la gasolinera. Service station is an old term, right? How many of you ever called the gas station a service station? Yeah, if you even talk about it very often. Let's just say, Mom, we're going to the gas station today. But don't forget, Mom, you need to go to the gas station. I don't know that any of you.
I think people just say they'll go get gas.
Yeah. Yeah, because I say, I'm going to go to Sam's and get gas. Or I'm going to go to Costco and get gas. Yeah. I don't ever call it the gas station because then that sounds like a gas station. Or someplace that other than Sam's Club or Costco. Yeah. That's what I usually, same here. I usually say, I'm going to go to Sam's and get gas. Or I'm going to get gas while I'm at Sam's. Same kind of, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Very smart, Vita. Very smart. But when we're traveling on the road, yeah, we still most of the time will say, hey, is there a Sam's Club or a gas or a Costco around here where we can buy gas? But then we'll say, okay, just pull into the next gas station. We need some air in the tire, that kind of thing. But most of the time we don't say service station. But the term comes from, it used to be all your gas stations. They weren't like all over the place like they are nowadays. But they always offered service. Now it's very, very few gas stations that are actually service stations.
Service as in they pump it for you?
No, service as in they offer oil changes and mechanic repairs and those kind of things. Yeah. So, versus, yeah, we used to call them a full service station where you could get pumped. Yeah, but I don't even think that exists anywhere in California unless it's some private place in some ritzy area. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, full service gas station used to have the meaning of they did repairs. You could pull in and get an oil change, and you can get your brakes worked on, and you could get all the minor service, not major engine work and that kind of thing, or replace the transmission, but all your small little services that you need, on a regular. Check the brakes, check the oil, check the fluids. Yeah, it used to be in your full service gas stations too. They'd pump your gas and they'd check your oil for you, or they'd check your fluids for you. It was pretty cool. Pretty scarce when I was little, and yeah, and since then it's just kind of fallen off. Okay, so Sydney, go ahead and read underneath the first picture, la mujer en la gasolinera, and then Nehemiah, you can read this young man with having some tire trouble.
Cuánto me gustaría tener.
No. We're on the next page over. Sorry, the next page over where the lady's in the gas station.
Oh, okay. El tanque está casi vacío. Vacío. La señorita llene el tanque.
Okay. So el tanque está casi vacío. La señorita llena el tanque. So tanque, tanque. That's obviously a cognate. Okay, your vocab from there, tanque, vacío, llenar, to fill. Okay. ¿Qué tipo de carro tiene? ¿Qué tipo de carro tiene? ¿Tiene un sedán de 4 puertas? Yes. Hard to tell at that angle. Maybe that's probably not tall enough to be an SUV. Parece como un sedán. Okay, Nehemiah, go ahead and tell us about this pobre chico con problemas. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Sorry. Tengo un pinchazo. Pinchazo. Tengo que cambiar la llanta. Tengo una rueda de repuesto.
Uh-huh.
Y un gato en la maletera.
Y un gato en la maletera. Okay. So, ¿qué es un gato? What do you think a gato is? Okay. Ay, tengo un pinchazo. So, pinchazo is what? Pinchazo, flat tire, like pinched, right? Pinchazo, I have a flat tire. Tengo que cambiar la llanta. Llanta is tire. Okay. Tengo una rueda de repuesto. Okay, so replacement or spare tire. Repuesto meaning more replacement. A replacement tire or a spare tire is what we call it. Y un gato en la maletera. What do you think un gato would be? If we're talking about changing the tire, un gato would be jack, right? Because you got to have a jack to change a tire. That's one of the few things. That and a lug wrench, right? Some kind of a lug wrench or the star, those little stars for getting the lugs off. Okay, so gato is going to be your jack. Un gato. So obviously he doesn't have a kitty cat in the back trunk that's going to help him change the tire. Okay, so looking down there, here's el gato, el gato, la gata. Okay, so you want to make it masculine, you can. You want to make it feminine, you can. Both are accepted, and there's no reason as to why one would be more acceptable than the other. Okay, una rueda. So notice when he talked about the tire, he says, I have to cambiar la llanta. I have to change the tire. And then he says, tengo una rueda de repuesto. And rueda was tire as well. So you see that down here. Una rueda or llanta, either way. De repuesto, like I said, replacement, repuesto, because puesto is the past participle of the verb poner, which is to put or to place, right? So repuesto would be replace. And recambio would be change, changeable, a rechanging, or an exchanging tire. Okay, and then la llanta, la goma, el neumático. Okay, some more words for tires, wheels. We kind of use tires and wheels interchangeably, though tire is definitely just we generally don't distinguish, okay, I'm going to replace the tire and the rim, right? That's all. Got to change the tire. We usually include both. So even in English, it goes back and forth between, I'm going to get new wheels on my car. Generally, if I say I'm going to get new wheels on my car, I'm talking more about a rim. If I want to be tires, probably tires and rims, right? Tires and rims are the two parts that make up a wheel or a tire. Generally, when we say tires, we're talking about just the rubber or whatever they're made out of anymore. Okay, so let's look at some exercises. Let's look at this exercise in ejercicio dos. Okay, Vita, go ahead and do number 1, Nehemiah number 2, and then Sydney number 3 on página 272. Página 272, just the next page over. Okay, so
Exercise 3, right?
dos.
Okay.
Ejercicio dos. Okay, you take number 2. And Vita, número 1. And tell us the answer. Is correcto or incorrecta?
Do you want me to read it out loud?
Sí, por favor.
Okay. Para conducir un carro es necesario tener un permiso de conducir. I think that's correct.
Sí, es correcto, sí. In order to drive, one must have a driver's license. Yeah.
Yeah.
To drive legally. Okay. If we could say incorrect because anybody can drive a vehicle, right? Anybody can go out there and start driving. And I know some of my students and some young boys that live in the country, they're like, yeah, I drive all the time. They're like 11 and 13. Like, yeah, I drive, but they're driving on the property. But yeah, for the most part, general population, that is true.
What page am I again? I mean, what numbers? For the
Número
exercise 2. Okay.
Ejercicio 2, número 2. And then Sydney, you'll be number 3. And Vita, you can take 4. 272, Nehemiah. Your turn. A ti te toca. Did we lose you, Nehemiah?
No, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead and read.
My question, right? Or the
Yes,
with you, yeah.
the statement. It's a statement. Yeah. I can't hear you. I think you're covering your microphone.
Sorry, I'm kind of far. Un descapotable es
Un descapotable. Mhm.
más bien un coche deportivo. That's right. All right, one more.
No. It's W. You'll have number 5. Okay. Yeah. So yes, that's true, right? It's more or less a sports car. Most convertibles are, more or less some form of a sports car. See. Número 3, Sydney.
Antes de doblar en conductor, debe poner las direccionales. ¿Correcta?
Correcta, sí. Antes de doblar, before turning, right? Because doblar is to turn. Antes, and remember, anytime you have antes de or después de with an infinitive, it means before or after, and then the ing form of the verb right before. So before turning, the driver debe, he should, yeah. Doesn't have to, but he should. Okay, Rita, 4, and then you can do 6, Sydney.
Si por acaso tienes un pinchazo, siempre debes tener una gata y una rueda de repuesto en la guantera. ¿Incorrecta?
Incorrecta, no en la guantera, ¿sí? No hay bastante espacio. No hay bastante espacio en la guantera, ya. No, how would I correct that?
En la maletera instead of
En la
en la
maletera.
guantera.
Yeah, exactly. Muy bien. Okay. Nehemiah 5.
Give me a minute. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Para parar el carro, tienes que poner los frenos.
Tienes que poner los frenos. Muy bien. Okay, and your answer?
Correcta.
Es correcta, sí. Es correcta. Es en la información. La información es correcta, sí. In order to, again, para, in order to, and then infinitive. Parar is to stop. Okay. Para parar acá tienes que poner los frenos. Muy bien. Y Sydney número 6.
El motor del carro está en la maletera.
Maletera. ¿Es verdad?
Incorrecta.
It's both correcta y incorrecta. Okay. Anybody know a vehicle off the top of their head that has un carro que tiene el motor en la maletera?
Don't bugs have them?
Uh-huh. The
Yeah.
old VW Bugs, the old Carmen Gias. They're cute little, but they were a Volkswagen vehicle. There are a couple others that are lesser known, but yeah, Bugs and Carmen Gias are the two most widely known trunk engines. Yeah, old. Yeah, so it's both correct and incorrect, if you know. And then the last one, tienes que llenar el tanque de gasolina cuando está lleno. You have to fill it. Yeah, not all the way up, but sí. Sí, tienes que llenar. Es correcta. Okay, so most of those were correct. Let's just look really quickly at the box. We'll learn some more vocabulary here. Las finanzas, okay? The finances, okay? Let's see, Vita, go ahead and read that for us.
Muchas veces cuando uno quiere comprar un carro no tiene suficiente dinero para pagar el precio total. Así tiene que pedir un préstamo. Pero hay que tener cuidado porque la tasa
Cuidado,
de...
cuidado,
Where? Oh, yeah,
cuidado.
cuidado, porque la tasa de interés de un préstamo a corto plazo por poco tiempo es más alta que las tasas de interés de un préstamo a largo plazo. Una consumidora inteligente siempre tiene que verificar la tasa de interés que tiene que pagar.
Okay. Yeah. So lots and lots of stuff there. Lots and lots of stuff there. Lots of big words, right? Okay. So muchas veces cuando uno quiere comprar un carro, so many times when someone wants to buy a car, I would say most of the time when someone wants to buy a car, especially as an adult, no tiene suficiente dinero para pagar el precio total. Sí, es verdad, sí. They don't have sufficient money in order to pay the total price. I mean, especially un carro nuevo, ¿sí? Es raro que una persona tiene todo el dinero para pagar el precio total. Usually they'll have a down payment or parte del dinero, pero usualmente no tiene todo el dinero. Así tiene que pedir un préstamo. And because of this, they have to ask for. Remember, pedir is to ask for. Preguntar is just to ask, like to ask a question. But when you're actually petitioning or asking for something, it's pedir, and it's the for is already included. Pedir. They have to ask for a préstamo, right? Prestar is to loan. Okay, to loan. So when I say presta atención, like the book taught you, that means loan me your attention, like give it to me now, you can have it back later, right? Okay, so un préstamo is a loan. Pero hay que tener cuidado, but you have to be careful. Porque la tasa de interés, the rate of interest, so the interest rate de un préstamo a corto plazo, of a short-term loan, corto plazo, short and term plazo, short term, por poco tiempo, for a short time, es más alta que la tasa de interés de un préstamo a largo plazo. Short-term loans can have higher interest rates. Just take, for example, and I hope none of you know anything about these, but in fact, I know you don't really, but people who go out and get payday loans. Un día de pago, préstamo de pago, a payday loan, un préstamo de pago, donde, they don't have enough money, but they get paid 5 days from now, but they need to pay a bill today, or the electricity is going to get cut off. Those have high interest. So you might, they'll loan you $500 to payday, but it's going to cost you $50. So that's a very, very high interest versus, house. Well, houses nowadays have much lower interest rates, but car loans you can get pretty low interest rates on. An intelligent consumer always has to verify the interest rate that they have to pay, just like credit cards too. Las tarjetas de crédito tienen tasas de intereses muy altas, right? Like 20% or whatever. It's not worth it. You buy something on sale, but you don't have the money to buy it, and you put it on a credit card. Es terrible. No es inteligente, ¿sí? Una persona que usa una tarjeta de crédito con una tasa de interés muy alta, no es un consumidor muy inteligente, ¿sí? All right, so we'll work with this vocabulario un poquito mañana for Rancho Córdoba y miércoles para la clase de Elk Grove. Pues adiós clase, hasta luego. See you later. Adiós.